Yeet Fleet presents r/AskReddit. Everybody talks about missing or ignoring red flags, but what are some subtle green flags to watch for on a date or with your crush? Someone who takes genuine interest in your likes and wants to know more about the topic when you talk to them about it. If they talk positive about others when they're not around. They listen to what you say and ask you related/follow-up questions, rather than spending most of the time talking themselves. Consistent behavior from that person. Maybe that isn't subtle, but I think it's a good green flag, in any case. How they act if they have to explain something to you or help you. Any situation really where they end up being dominant, in a lack of a better word. Do they make you feel good or stupid/weak in that situation? Admitting when they're wrong/apologizing/taking responsibility. At any sign of inconvenience like you being late or some sort of mistake taking place, them displaying a calm practical manner and moving on in an appropriate time frame. Positive interactions with people they have no stake or direct gain in knowing. Being the person to make contact when you carry on with your day-to-day life. I used to go through periods of complete seclusion where I couldn't bring myself to talk to anyone. Before she was my wife, she was the only person that would go out of her way to email me or get a message to me asking how my week was going. No other girlfriend ever did that. If I didn't log on to MSN and strike up a conversation or send the first text, I wouldn't get anything. I kept every email she sent me. Turns out she has all of mine in a folder too. That's adorable. Cute couple goals right there. Resourcefulness, being polite to both you and the people that they interact with. Resourcefulness shows imagination, creativity, and practicality. That's a good one. When you talk about a hobby or interest they don't, yet, maybe, share, they at least express interest and learn some about it. Bonus if they try to find sources other than you to learn on their own. Manners, compromise, non-judgmental, takes responsibility. Manners is good in theory, but in reality it isn't a reliable green flag. Seems like bad parents always compensate with over-teaching please and thank you, so it's just language or gestures for a lot of adults and not an indicator of anything else. Be able to laugh together, without being concerned what sound you make and what you look like while laughing. I once snorted while laughing with my crush and we just looked at each other and started pissing ourselves all over again. Meanwhile our mutual friend just stood there chuckling. Respecting your boundaries. If they actually reach out to you on their own, compliment you without you doing it first, and remember things you have told them. Lots of people put up with shit because a huge portion of the population is too selfish to do these simple things and their partners don't realize how unhealthy not doing those things is. I am too shy to compliment first, but when I get the chance, I usually try to say something nice, even though it goes against my way of communicating. Being able to enjoy silence with each other. That they're kind also when they don't get anything for it. Met my BF during college, and the whole class rented some cabins in a ski resort. I fell asleep on the couch after a party, and woke up with a blanket and a bottle of water next to me. Another friend told me he did it, he never talked about it. He also picked up trash from the ground and threw it in a bin on our first date. He's just very, very kind. I think genuine interest in what you're passionate about and talking about. Like, they listen to you, try to understand even if they're not really into your hobby that much themselves. They ask questions or make nice comments about your thing and they encourage you about it. Talking to someone like that makes you feel anything but being annoying, and it's wonderful. Because, if you truly like someone, it shouldn't matter that much what they're talking about, just seeing them so happy should be a great feeling for you too. You'd want to make them happy. In all honesty, listening to somebody talking about what drives them is so much fun. I was sitting next to a girl that I didn't really know, first year, some mutual friends etc. Turn out she loves knitting, and dogs. Just listening to her talking about knitting, something I've never done, was so much fun. Because she liked it, she showed me some basic stuff etc. I doubt I'll ever start knitting, yet this was probably one of the most interesting conversation I've had in the 4 months that I've been to uni, yet. Personally, I want to see depth of character, curiosity and compassion. Instead of talking about shallow things and gossiping, complaining, does he have some level of introspection and focus his energy on being a better person? Rather than being quick to judge others, he would be curious about human nature, people's motivations, and what in their life caused them to become what they are. I just find people like this make better and more interesting partners. When it comes to this, I'm colorblind. Thanks for watching Yeet Fleet. Please subscribe for more amazing Reddit threads.